Hello, everybody. This is a small subset of the Mo Brain Trust here, just doing some work on a Saturday evening in San Diego, and we got Fabiana on the line where it's much later in the evening, and we've got Sam who is already celebrating his Sunday morning. So I was talking to Clinton earlier, and he just got LeadPages a couple of days ago, and he's already using it, but he's having issues with some of the features, and in particular, the most important is tying it to an autoresponder. So we decided to go through that together and record it, because I'm sure he's not the only one that has these kind of issues. So let me unmute Clinton, and let's go ahead and get started. So this is Clinton's screen, and this is your account. You're unmuted, so just let's be careful about the feedback.
All right. Well, again, I've been using Matt's opt-in page, and I'm getting a question right now, is it really a must to have LeadPages? Well, not necessarily LeadPages, but you do want to have your own squeeze page. Number one, to be different than what normal people are used to seeing, and to more personalize it for yourself. My problem came in with the integration. So I was able to create a few LeadPages, but I don't use the opt-in feature. It gives you an opportunity to use the opt-in feature with these pages, but I haven't been able to do that because I didn't have my autoresponder set up. So basically, I have a page like this. I have a bunch of different ones, different types where it explains the program, and I just have them click directly to the 1,000, 3,000, 5,000, put in your email here. But when you have a lead page, again, you can make it different than other people. Mine's not all that great, but again, this is just a work in progress right now. We also looked at a few that were that included YouTube as well. Here's the YouTube page and what it looks like. The benefits of having, I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. The benefits of having a YouTube page, a lead page, is that by having YouTube, the benefits of having the YouTube page is that, number one, you can make videos and put annotations on them. One of the annotations, I'm going to show you what I have going on right now. I'm just starting off with the lead pages just to give you an idea of what it is. This is great. You can put anything. You can put your picture on here. And if you notice, you see at the top where it says click here to join, right up here. You can actually click here on the video, and it will take them to the video itself, or okay, computer overload. Okay, you can actually take them to the video itself on YouTube, or you can take them to where they sign up. Now, the cool thing about it is that YouTube is owned by Google, and the way Google sees your YouTube page and how it ranks it with its algorithm is that when people leave comments on your page and when people subscribe to it on a normal basis, it tends to rank you very high on Google, especially if you can comment back to the people within 2 hours. And if that happens, it'll rank you very, very high. And when people see your videos on YouTube, they will, in essence, in turn, go to your website and want to know more about the information. This particular lead page came out 2 days ago. And when it did, I jumped all over it because I saw the value in what it was offering. It gives people a step one to subscribe to you, a step two to click here to comment on the video, and then a step three to actually opt in. So you're doing three things. You're getting them to subscribe to your channel, you're getting them to leave a comment under the featured video, and you're getting them to opt in. Those are three things. But at the same time you're getting those three things from YouTube, you're also ranking very high, which you're killing two birds with one stone. You're sending more traffic to your website. So my problem came in with the integration. I'm still sending people to Matt's opt-in. And if you want to be able to bring in more people to a more personal website like this one, or like the previous one that I showed you, you want to use some sort of squeeze page software or website. And LeadPages is like the leader out there right now. Lost my train of thought. Okay, so my problem came in that I was not able to track the leads and use my own autoresponder. People have been lately having problems with Matt's back office, and numbers are not showing up right. If you have AWeber, LeadPages, and Link Tracker, this is what John Chow uses. 1, 2, 3. John Chow, Jung Lee, Terry Lam, all of the big bosses, they use three things: AWeber, Link Tracker, and LeadPages. And that way you can see for yourself what is coming in and monitor your traffic, and also have the AWeber send out the emails on your behalf without them having to get Matt Lloyd every single day. Again, it's about being personal. And if anyone was at the summit, all of the big guys, all the gurus talked about was, it's not about selling a product, it's about selling yourself. So that's what we're here today to set this up, and we're going to, have the opportunity to do this on our own for our own pages. But the purpose of today is just to sort of give everyone who's in the Brain Trust the opportunity to know how to do it, and we can set one up for Brain Trust as well. And Rob's got all of the stuff set up in the background for that. So Rob, I'm going to turn it over to you, and I hope that what I showed you and told you was helpful.
Okay, okay, good. You're good. So long as you mute your microphone right away when you finish talking, we're in good shape. So, yeah, why don't you go back for a second, back to LeadPages, and to address the question at the beginning about whether you really need to send traffic to your own autoresponder or to Matt's back office. The answer is that there's a lot of people that are having great success sending their leads directly to Matt's back office. If you happen to see Carolina's posting today, if you are participating in his co-op, which you can be spending up to $9,000 a month, you actually have no choice. You have to send traffic to his squeeze page and not to your autoresponder. So, and that seems to be doing pretty well. Evelyn made 18 grand this month, and it's just converting quite well. Carolina just had another store, she just had another titanium sale today. So it's not absolutely necessary, and there are creative things that you can do to have the same basic benefit. And Bruce Celine, who is part of our team, just told me yesterday that what he's done and what I'm going to do now is that he's extracted all of his opt-ins from his Mo back office, and he was able to show the AWeber customer service people that those people actually had opted in, and so they allowed him to put them onto a list in AWeber, so now he's got them on an autoresponder. So, Clinton, it's amazing that you've corresponded with 12 million people in just 30 days or whatever it was, 12,000, 1,200 people is crazy, and I think that that is the key differentiator. That's huge. At the same time, you can also, by using an autoresponder, you can do more. You can be more effective. You'll never replace that personal relationship, but you can definitely do things that is very hard to do if you have to communicate with them one at a time. And if you're embarrassed to not name them by name and you have to do it manually, that's kind of a pain, right? So, but you can also pay a VA $100 a week to do that for you. When you have some money, all those problems go away. So, all right, let's get back on topic. So, what we want to do here is to do a demo of LeadPages a little bit. And so right now, go ahead to your pages. Don't even worry about tying it to anything yet. Let's just go ahead and work on the page. So click on My Pages and choose your favorite page that you would like to be able to tie to an autoresponder. Click on Edit. So these are pages that he's previously created. This is 5 pages. And we'll go back through how you create pages, but it's all pretty straightforward. Once you get to a page, the left-hand column.
I'm going to start out with this YouTube page.
Once you get to a page, the left-hand column.
Because I think.
Okay, so what I'll do is as soon as I finish, I'll mute myself before you speak because it seems like when we both are unmuted, there's feedback. So this is your YouTube page, and like every page, I mean, I've now edited 3 or 4 pages, and so I can see the format is identical. Everybody, you can see on the left-hand side, first on the top left, there's lead magnets. Lead magnets, let's just leave that for a minute. And that's the feature that differentiates this product. That's why it's there on the top left, and it's definitely something that we want to leverage in the future. But let's forget that for a second, because that's basically giving a bonus, a free gift. We should watch a little training before we start using lead magnets. So by default, the lead magnets are off right now. You're not using a lead magnet. So if you start going down from the top to the bottom, the very first thing you come to is opt-in form integration. So go ahead, and we know we need to have an opt-in form, so click on that. Okay, AWeber. So follow those instructions. Go back now. Let's take a look at AWeber again. You just got one account, one list in there. So is that the list that you want to tie this to, or do you want to create a new list?
I have no idea what I'm doing yet. If it's going to be a new list, that's fine. We can start fresh or whatever.
Okay. Well, right there, what you're seeing is that you've just got one list. It's called MOB MTTB01. So that looks like a good one. And if you say people have been back there, that's probably what they've created. So let's just stick with that because there's no subscribers. So that's a perfect place to start. So if you wanted to create a new list, you could do it with the blue button on the right. But let's just work with that one. And so now if you scroll back up to the top, what you'll see is you've always got a choice of which list that you want to be working on. And since you've only got one, imagine that. But when you have 2, you'll see the second one and the third one and the fourth one. Now you've got one. Let's just work with that one. So go ahead to sign-up forms, because you now want to make a sign-up form for this list. You need to have a sign-up form for LeadPages. For any opt-in, if it's going to be the homepage of your website, wherever it is, you're making an opt-in form, and this is what you're going to do. And this is incredibly simple. Go ahead and do that. It's incredibly simple because you're actually not using the form that you're creating. All that you're doing is you're using the code that allows it to know that the email address has to get put in there. So just choose the simplest one. Choose that one in the middle called Marla. It doesn't have any writing on it. I mean, it really doesn't matter which one you choose, because you're not going to use this form. But you could use the same approach if you were going to use the form, but because don't worry about any of that stuff, because that form's not going to show up. So just click on it, and then scroll down so you can choose that form. Oh, there you go. That's what you want. Don't even choose Marla. That's the one. So now go ahead and click on the name field and edit an X. Click on that X. I mean, I should say you always have your choice, but we do know, and in fact, if you watch one of the first training videos in the LeadPages back office, it says conclusively that by not having the name field, that you're in a test that they did, that their opt-in rate increased by like 5.28 if I remember the number right. So I don't put the name in there anymore. I learned that from Dagan Smith. You address people by hey, or you just don't even put a hello, such and such. You can get that later, but if it's going to reduce the opt-in, okay, so that's all you need. Now go to step 2. Click on save, or it'll tell you when you try to get to step 2, it'll tell you to save anyway. It is smart that way. Okay, now just name the forms. This is going to be MTTB Form 1 or whatever. It's up to you. I don't think you can leave a space, but let's see. It'll tell you. Now the thank you page, this is where you're going to go. You know what the thank you page is, right? The thank you page is where they're going to get taken when they click on submit. So almost everybody, the simplest way to do it is that thank you page goes directly. That's when the click goes to the Mo back office. And where does it go? It typically goes to the video sales page, right? So I would set it up that way for now, but this is your opportunity. Now if you think about it, there's 2 things. There's the thank you page, and there's the already subscribed page, and they're exactly what they sound like. So what's going to happen if somebody tries to put in their email address again? Do you want to take them to the same place, or do you want to take them someplace else? You can set this up for every form that you design. So for now, go ahead and instead of saying basic version, click on the button and go to custom page. You can try those other things too when you have time, but go ahead and put in your Mob video squeeze page URL. And for now, you can do the same thing on the already subscribed because you'd still want them to go there if they haven't gotten in yet, right?
Do you recommend I have this box checked, open a new window?
Yes. And the other place that you could take them, if you think about it now, as a funnel, and the way that Matt does it, you take them from place to place to place to place. So the next place you take them to could be this intermediate page where this is where you give them the bonus. So that they've just filled out the squeeze page, which we know, and Liz has some, good input about video, but whatever it is, you're going to give them very little information on the squeeze page if you want them to opt in, if your main goal is for them to opt in. So now, the next page is Matt's video squeeze page. You have no chance right then to interject anything about yourself. So the way that you can do that is by putting this, whatever you call it, intermediate page, and that's where this thank you page could go to, right? So then, in fact, that's what I'm doing on one of my lead pages. We can look at that after we go through configuring yours, or we can configure yours to do it. But you're good here, so go ahead to step 3. Oh, wait a minute, go back since we're here, and that's fine, you're saving it. Go ahead back, you can still go back now. 2. So there's only 3 steps. Going back is the same as clicking on settings. That's fine too. So go ahead and click on edit, or click on it. Let's do the same thing. Okay, so there's just steps 1, 2, and 3. So you're on step 1, which is design. When I said go back, I want you to go back to step 2, which is here. I just want you to show the advanced settings. It's the only thing that we didn't look at. And then Facebook registration would be if you're going to actually use the form. That's why you have all those different templates. You can actually use this form, and it'll pop right into your page with the code that's in step 3. So the other stuff we have here is ad tracking, so that's good. So you can have a different form for everything, for every place that you use this lead page. And this is a way to track it right there. You can set that ad tracking, so that's for you to set to whatever you want so that you know where you use this lead page, right? Because this is where they're going to come to after they leave here. They're going to Matt's back office, and right there you don't have a ad channel to track it. You could do it that way too. So either way, or both. You see what I mean? So I'm saying right now you could put an ad channel on your thank you page and on your already subscribed page so that you could track where this came from, right? And you can do the same thing with the ad tracking in the advanced settings. There you go. Don't forget to set that back up and set that up in Matt's back office. And then that ad tracking code is going to show up in your AWeber, on this list. The leads could come from various places, and so there's a field for this. So this will show up in your AWeber. That's why it's good. You can have different forms for different ads. And the forms don't even show up. They're on lead pages, but this is the way to keep them separate within the same list. So if you're good with that, then go to step 3. Welcome message, and that pass form data would be if you're passing on a email address or a first name field. That would be the primary 2 things. I never have used that, but you could. Okay, save your form, and always make sure you do that. Then I will install my form. And then the raw HTML version is what you're going to use when we get to it. So now you can go back to LeadPages and go ahead to opt-in form integration. No, sorry. Yeah. Hey, Lena. Everybody else is muted, so I'll say hi for everybody. Lena just joined us. We're recording again. I'm going to mute you now.
Okay.
All right, so we are now, we fixed the issues with the integration of the form, and if you're ever having those issues, you might want to make sure, number 1, that your AWeber, when you do the integration, well, let's go ahead and show that. Where you have to set up the integration. Not that. Yeah, go back to, well, that's what your AWeber account looks like, and we've just got one list in there, and we were recording when we set up the form, so we've got that form set up. Now go back to LeadPages for a second and go to your account information and show the integration with AWeber and what you had to set up to allow the copy and paste. That may have been the key. So the point is that all these different autoresponders, they've all got their own little idiosyncrasies, and if you're ever having trouble and you're not technical, just try to grin and bear it and just try everything you can think of. But in this case, with AWeber, when we went to do the integration, there was this one choice that we could make about allowing copy-paste, and it seemed like when we changed that from off to on, everything worked. I'm not positive if that was it, but we also logged out and back into LeadPages. We logged out of AWeber, but I think that this was the key right here. But, you see all those other autoresponders, they've all got their own little issues, so don't get too frustrated. Whatever you're doing, same basic deal applies. All right, so now let's go back to the LeadPages page and see what we've got to do. Page we were working on before. Now, if you've got multiple lists, it should allow you to choose. You just got one list, so let's see if it lets you choose or if it automatically just puts you automatically on that list. So look, it automatically defaulted to AWeber because I guess that's the only tool that you have enabled, so that's good. And it doesn't give you any choice. It just says to put your code in there, which means it probably knows from the code it has everything it needs. So now go back to AWeber where you saved that form, and that's where you'll find the code. So if you have multiple lists, go to the list you're working on. Make sure on the top left that's the list. Now go to the sign-up forms. And you've just got that one form. If you've got multiple forms, choose the form you're working on. Click on Publish. Publish is actually step 3. It's the same thing as step 3, you'll notice. Click on I will install my form or HTML version, and then go in that box and right-click, select all, and then copy, and then go back, and that's what it takes right there. And that's it. Now, the other cool thing about LeadPages, so that was what you had trouble with. Now all of your troubles are gone, but don't even worry about that yet. Let's just go through the rest of the page because it's very interesting the way the LeadPages is set up. As you scroll down the page, you'll see all these things that look pretty familiar. So SEO settings, if you're trying to design a page for SEO, it's all the standard stuff that you'll find. There's just those 3 things when you're doing SEO, right? That button needs to be on. Yes, we figured that out, but what we weren't sure of is whether that was why it wasn't even talking to AWeber, but okay. We definitely want that button to be on. So anyway, SEO settings is something that you know, if you've done anything at all with website design and SEO, that's as simple as that. It's just 3 things right there. Tracking code is optional. If you do use a tracking tool, go ahead and click on tracking code. Google Analytics would be the most common one. If you're using that, then this will all look familiar, and it tells you exactly what to put. And if you look there, it supports Google Analytics, Visual Website Optimizer, blah, blah, blah. Okay, but that's optional. Cancel for now. Next down is style settings. Click on that. You'll notice what that is very quickly. It's very obvious. And I say why screw with that stuff unless you want to do split testing. And split testing is really cool and easy on this. It's one of the reasons why I bought it. I mean, Liz, I don't know if you had a chance to explore that feature, but it's just crazy. It's exactly what you would do if you could do it right. They did it. In fact, I don't know if you watched the introductory video about the 5 features that they wanted that caused them to design this tool in the first place, but it's really very interesting. Okay, go ahead and click on dynamic controls. Maybe you did, but dynamic controls are quite interesting. They're different for each page, and they allow you to do things dynamic that change. Like on some pages that have a countdown timer, that would be the dynamic control. Here, all of this stuff, play around with it to your heart's content. There's nothing about this that is technically complicated. It's just a matter of having the right URLs, right? And choosing whether you want to actually do that. But basically what that does is that it puts that stuff on the left side of your page. Any of them that you provide goes right there. It's very cool. Okay, whenever you're done You get that. Then the next one is exit pop-up. And so on exit pop-up, in my opinion, you always want an exit pop-up unless you're on Facebook. Unless anybody knows differently. Facebook doesn't allow them, but every place else you absolutely want it. And that's pretty standard options of what you can do with an exit pop-up. You can direct them to another page, and you can create a message that comes up in text like that comes in that gray box with just, you have no formatting option, but you can definitely be creative with that message right there. You can't put a link in, but you can definitely put a Cadillac. That was a joke. You can't put a clickable link in there, but you can put, a powerful message. So go ahead and, so redirect if user stays on this page. What does that mean? It means should you take them to another page, or should you, if they say stay on this page, they stay, or if they say stay on this page, does it go to another page? Because there's only one of two things they're going to do. They're either going to click stay on the page, or they're going to X out of it. So you really have a choice of either really letting them stay on the page or redirecting them. So that's what that redirect URL is. I would always redirect them at this point to the video squeeze page, to the Moog video sales page. There you go. And you can put another different ad channel there if you want to track it. And that is everything under the general parameters. So see, that's the stuff that might seem confusing. Now, the rest of this is even more simple. And in fact, as you scroll down, just put your mouse over each of those different things, and you're going to see what happens. It's really pretty great, it's just so simple, yet so powerful. Once you get down to the bottom of this page, then it starts to scroll to, it'll go to the things that are, see that? Those are the drop-down things that happen when you click on that. Go ahead and click on click here for a second. On the yellow, click here to get started today. See, it's showing the stuff there. So go ahead and cancel. So that's all the pop-up stuff that you're able to edit. And so that's all that it is. Every one of those things is just editing one of those little features. And for the most part, all you're doing is changing either the words or putting in a picture or putting in a link to your heart's content. So I think you're pretty good with all that, right? So I think you're ready to go. Go ahead and publish. Says it was saved successfully. Congratulations. Now let's just look at this for a second. One of the other reasons why I went with LeadPages is for exactly the reason that it says, please click here to see how this option can increase your conversion rate. Because when you use their own hosting, they're using Google servers that apparently are like as fast as anything that you could possibly ever get if you had the fastest servers yourself. And just having faster servers, that's actually what this article right here is about. Just hosting with them can get you 10% more opt-ins. So is it worth paying the money to have LeadPages? You know, especially for the co-op, it just is a no-brainer. Look at those people. Oh my God, we're taking over. They let anybody in that group. It's very bad. Who just joined us? Sam was unmuted. I'm going to mute you, Sam. All right, so LeadPages and then Facebook, if you don't do it now, but If you want it to integrate into Facebook, you just click on that one, and for any standard size page, it just automatically sizes it. And for all of the Facebook pages that you have administrative privileges to, you can attach it to those pages, and it's so beautiful. It's so perfect, except that it didn't work for me. Like, I attached it to 5 pages, and 4 of them don't work. Only 1 of them works, so I don't know what to do. Maybe I have to pay them more money. But in theory, that's what it is, and I would not do either of the other 2 options, your own server or WordPress. So LeadPages and Facebook are awesome. If the Facebook part worked, it would be amazing, but it'll work hopefully by Monday.
Also, Rob.
All right, go for it.
Also, Rob, if you have the version that I have, the little preview one, it only lets you put it on 1 page. So be advised, if you have multiple things, you're gonna have to be a paid subscriber to LeadPages.
No, I have the paid upgrade, so maybe I have to make some kind of a setting. But I mean, it allowed me to attach it to all those pages and didn't give me an error message when I attached it. It's just that when I go to those pages, they don't work.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, if anybody wants to put it on multiple pages, they will have to be a paid customer. Mine's a little freebie.
Yeah, but I'm a paid customer, and I'm just going to tell them that if they don't fix it, that I'm going to stick you, and that you are a double extra large when it comes to search size with a law enforcement background, so they better take care of me.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you should be good to go. Let's test it out. No, don't. Okay, so activate lead page redirect. That is if you want to use your own URL, but and that's a good thing to do if you're hosting these pages on your own website, for example. But if you're using them as squeeze pages that are going to get masked because you're just sending traffic through some, service where they're going to put it on a rotator and your domain name is never going to actually come up anyway, it doesn't matter. So I haven't done that. But if you click on Activate Lead Page Direct, in fact, you can go ahead and click on it just to show. It'll give you a choice, and right now you will not do that, but you can, which is very cool. And again, everything about this is very, very simple. And by the way, for any of you who have used 22 Social, the same basic simplicity is embedded in the 22 Social tool, but that's just specifically for Facebook fan page apps. Okay, you should be good to go. Looks pretty good. All right, now go ahead to your AWeber and see if you're, and for some reason, when I have not had this good success with get response. For some reason, it seems like the subscribers don't show up right away, but in AWeber, they show up right away. So go ahead to subscribers. Now, if you've got multiple lists, again, make sure you're on the right list. You've only got one list, so subscribers, subscribers. And added today by date. Look at that, 1 of 1. It's actually, you don't have to do anything because it's showing right there. Confirmation pending. Okay, so that's important. Confirmation pending. Why did that happen? So go back to your sign-up forms. No, sorry, not the sign-up forms. Go back to your list options for the same list. List options on the right. And go to your list settings. And so again, you've just got 3 different things that you can do here. 3 different tabs: basic, personalize, and confirmed opt-in. So this is a confirmed opt-in setting here that just got you. So go ahead and, yep. And you can go ahead through all of them, but it looks like you did set them all up. But go ahead and scroll down, and you'll notice down towards the bottom of this page, require opt-in on web forms. Maybe that's what happened. So you want to turn that off. Okay, this is important. I'm glad that happened because I wasn't even thinking about that. Now this success page, this is what will happen if for anybody that subscribes to this list, but you're going to be overriding this with the form, but you should still set it up. So set this up also to go to the video squeeze page. No, not that page, because they came from that page. This is where they're going to go when they already get on your list. So this is the thank you page, essentially. It's the Matt's Videos sales page. Video sales letter, not that one. Two up from there, the video sales letter. Up from there.
The letter one, right? This one right here, or this one?
The video sales letter. Right up here, business video sales letter with exit pop-up to written sales letter. That's what I always send people to after they've opted in. I think that's what you've been using, right? I hope that's what you put into LeadPages. One that ends with DB. Pretty sure that's what you're using. And again, you can put a ad channel there if you want to identify that they came from your autoresponder.
I just want to let everybody know that LeadPage,
LeadPage in this case may be misleading unless this form is only used for LeadPages, and maybe that's a good idea if it's used for this LeadPage. This form, this list, is only for this LeadPage. So if you can keep it that simple, that may be a good idea. And then past subscriber info, again, if you are planning to do any personalization, like you're going to put their name on it, or you're going to put their city on it, or their email address, but I don't do that. And go ahead up above, and you should definitely, I think you've already done it, but if you're going to change from being MTTB to being yourself, you know, you can personalize any of that stuff. I usually don't say confirm your subscription because I never told people to subscribe, so you have a choice there. So click on that. I usually choose the last thing, which is response required. And the reason why I set this up, and that would, you don't need to do that one if you use that choice. That would be a custom one. But it doesn't approve. I've tried custom ones that are less intrusive, and they generally disapprove them. So if you create a custom one, then it has to go in for their customer service approval. And then this part here, you know, if you're not asking for their name, you can't put their name there because you don't have their name yet. So take first name out of there. Click on Edit Info Intro. Yeah. And you can make this more personalized, but again, they won't get this unless they have to opt in. And what you're saying down below is that they don't have to opt in. But even though you say they don't have to opt in, sometimes AWeber decides that they have to opt in anyway. I haven't quite figured that out, but when that happens, it's good for this to be consistent with everything else in your message. And otherwise, I think you're good to go. So now what you should do is go save this and then go back and opt in again. You can actually delete if you only have this one email address to check. I mean, it doesn't even have to be a real email address, actually. You can put in a fake email address or a second email address, but go ahead and opt in again and make sure that this time that it doesn't say pending. Because when it's pending, you're not going to be able to send these messages to them until they accept. That's why you don't want to have that double opt-in. Remember, you set up the already subscribed. Oh, that's not good. Let's go back to your AWeber account. Look at your form, sign up form. Step 2. So that LeadPages, did you put that into an ad channel yet in your back office?
No, I haven't. We've been doing this. So I should
And
take it off for right now and then...
Yeah, take it off, or we can just stop the recording and you can put it on. But that's kind of interesting, you know. If anybody makes that mistake, you can send traffic, and that's what happens. That's not good. They should just put it back to default.
So what you're saying is they add, so AWeber or LeadPages actually went in and checked to see if it was an actual place before they allowed it to go through? Is that what happened?
No, what I'm saying is that you didn't set it up in the MOB back office, and so MOB, when you tried to go to that page, it's coming up as a non-existent page because it's not set up in the MOB back office to go back to this page. If there's no ad channel that matches it, it's giving you that error message. That's a MOB issue. You understand? Gotcha. That's. I wonder how many clicks have been lost because of that little minor issue. But remember, you've got it set up so that if you're already subscribed, it'll still send you to the same place, so you can actually use the same email address without having to worry about it. And that's also a choice people don't realize, but you know, if you want, you can ignore the fact that they're already subscribed and just keep sending them to the same place until they take the action that you want them to take. Looks promising. Hey, now we're talking. Now go back to AWeber. Yay! Look at that. I think you're good to go.
What's this subscribed and confirmed pending? What's the difference between those two?
The confirmation pending is the one where, you know, we just fixed that, where you have a required opt-in. So in order to stay subscribed, you're going to have to go to your email and click on the link that's in the email. If you want, you can do that now, and this will prove that that actually works. So you know what I mean? That's what we just changed. We just set it up so that you no longer have to do a confirmation opt-in. That's what that first one is. It's saying that you have to confirm it before it will allow you to send messages.
Okay, yeah. So this is the second one right here, right? This is the second one here, right, Ron?
Yeah, it's Eastern Standard Time. 2 minutes ago.
Should we change that time? I can do that later.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you want, you can just go into that email account and just click on the link, and you'll see that that'll change to subscribed. And then
yeah, it's a fake email account. Yeah,
okay,
it's a fake email account.
Okay, so the last thing that we'll do before we stop the recording is let's go back to LeadPages and just show a couple of the other features that LeadPages has. But in terms of that left-hand column, it works the same on everything. So I don't even think we need to do that again. But go back to, the home page. And then look at where you can choose, where you can design a new page. And I haven't done much, but I did like a 5-minute tutorial, and I learned a couple of very cool things. one of which made me buy this. So go to templates. Yeah, and then choose the type of template you want. So we're generally talking about opt-in pages, but there's also some real benefits to doing webinar pages, and then that YouTube page, I'm not sure what category that's in. But just go to, just for a second, go back up to the top and click on opt-in. Oh, there it is. Sorry. I did want to see that one. YouTube landing pages. Okay.
Did you want to?
Yeah. Landing pages. Okay. Yeah.
Did you want to see
Let's take a quick look at that one.
This would be how my page looked before I started it.
Cool. Very nice. I love it. So simple. All right, so let's just go back and take a look at those other features real quick. So if you go back to templates, then opt-in pages, just as an example, top left, click on opt-in pages, and then click on, up on the top right, OK, sort by conversion rate. That is why I decided to pay whatever, $69 a month. I mean, that is just so crazy. So everybody who uses this product has hosting somehow tied into LeadPages, so they actually are continuously monitoring the conversion rates of all of the entire database of people using the product. If you go down to the bottom, oh, you're not, do you have Alexa running on your browser? Anyway, if you look at the Alexa ranking of LeadPages, it's like 1,100 and something. It's really high. So that means there's tons of people using it, and they're taking all of that data and they're continuously sorting by the highest converting pages. I mean, that's crazy. So the page that we thought was the highest converting page wasn't even in there, the survey page, so that's why I changed. So let me show you now the page that I wound up using for the co-op. I haven't even shared this with the other people that are affected by it yet. I'll put it in the chat box. No, that's the page that I did yesterday. And we can make it better, but I think that's it. So, hey, that looks familiar. Oh, you're in trouble. You better put a fake email address. Every bit of that was, able to be customized. I couldn't control that any more than that, but that sounds like a lot of time, $138. You better hurry up. So this is my intermediate page. I don't know whether this will convert, but by now I've already got their email address, so I don't care. Go ahead and click on that, and then you can scroll down and you can also opt out of it. So if you're interested, you get the written sales letter, and if you say no, then you get the video sales letter. So scroll down. See, no thanks, just show me the video. So that's the difference between those two. But the cool thing is that LeadPages just lets you set every piece of text to a link, every video to a link, every text you can customize to some degree. It's really very, very nice and smartly designed. So I think that's it. let me see if there's any questions we should answer before we end the recording, and then we can stay on the line for anybody that would like to speak or ask questions. I don't see anything in the chat box. Give me the link and I'll opt in. Check out the banner ads. Which banner ads? I have a question. Let me unmute Cindy. Cindy, maybe I'm making a mistake to unmute you, but
no.
I'm gonna give this a try.
Oh.
Just kidding.
Oh, Rob, you just gotta love you. All right, my question was, when you use the LeadPages, and if we're all using it, let's just say in the Brain Trust, can we all set up the Facebook and all the other links there to our own, or do we have to use all the Brain Trust ones?
Well, this one account that I have is a Brain Trust account, and so anybody, right now it's tied to my personal Facebook page, so any account that I have administrative privileges to could be, we could tie it to.
Thank you.
So in other words, for every LeadPages account, you can tie it to one person's Facebook account, and then to any number of fan pages that person has administrative privileges to be able to edit, just like with 22 Social.
Okay, cool. And the banners I was talking about was that when we were in Clinton's back office, it showed banners. I'm curious if those were the banners, the new ones that he created.
Well, Quinn is muted, but Quinn, I'm going to unmute you and I'll mute Cindy, and you can address that issue about the banners. I'm not sure exactly what she was talking about.
Okay, Cindy, what was your question again?
The question was when you went in to get your sales page to put into your AWeber, there was in blue down below banner ads. I'm wondering, are they the new banner ads that we saw last couple of days ago?
I haven't seen any new banner ads pop up yet, but I will look now. Let's see if Matt's got any new ones back there.
So it sounds like, what are you talking about? You're talking about on one of Quinn's pages, the banner ads that he was using look different than what you've seen?
Okay, no, those are not the ones that we saw on the thing that Nadjuk was showing us. The ones that have little dashed lines all around the banners. I don't see them there.
I'm not sure what you're speaking of, Cindy. These are the only banners that we get from Mobe, but I mean, you can make your own banners, and maybe that's what you saw.
Yeah.
Did you see? You're saying that you saw them when he was presenting something earlier today, or
no? Nadjuk 2 days ago on the.
Yeah. No, that's totally different than what we're talking about here.
Okay.
We're just talking about LeadPages and tying it to AWeber. No banner designs. All right, I'm going to end this recording. Thank you, everybody. I think that was very informative. I hope so. I know there are some people on the line that are kind of new at autoresponders in addition to Clinton, so hopefully this will wind up being useful for a lot of people out there. Clinton, thank you. That was a good co-hosting job there. I'll let you say the last few words and then we'll end this thing.
All right. Thank you for everybody for coming and joining us. I just want to reemphasize that although we're doing these squeeze pages, we're making things different. It still doesn't negate the fact that you have to establish a personal relationship. And a lot of people have been wondering how I've been bringing so many people with such a low budget using free and almost free methods to bring people in, and that's the answer. The answer is to utilize your email when you get that opt-in and send that person an email saying, hey, I am a real person You know, if you have any questions at all whatsoever, I just want you to know that I'm here for you, blah, 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 so forth and so on. Those of you in the 180 days of implementation, you already know me because Matt's made videos about me and the methods that I use. If you need a copy of the email that I use, feel free to ask, or shoot me a message on Facebook or something like that. I'll take a screenshot of it, or I'll copy and paste it to you. Either way, but you know, the important thing is that if you're operating off of, if you're like me and you're doing the Flintstones and you're not doing the Jetsons, then that's what you want to do. It's going to require some effort on your own behalf. Thanks again.
The Flintstones versus the Jetsons. I thought I heard you say the Flintstones before, but that's funny. Well, you're not alone out there, but you have many talents that Fred Flintstone would be proud of. So thank you, Clinton, and we'll see you all very soon. This is the Mo Brain Trust, over and out.